I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways.
2 tables away from Trump, and I'm looking at him like, man, this is too much, you know?
Court professionals and the general public have been enthralled with Elon Musk's court battle, while igniting contentious discussions about free speech, media accountability, and the fallout from public individuals making unsupported assertions. Musk accused the well-known talk program of disseminating damaging falsehoods about him and other people, including Senator J.D. Vance, in his defamation case against it, sparking a flurry of reaction. As the case progressed, Musk's legal team contended that public persons like Vance ought to answer for their remarks, particularly when they have an impact on someone's reputation or career. Musk himself took to social media to call out the claims when his legal team provided a number of social media posts, interviews, and public statements from Whoopi Goldberg and the panel, alleging that these remarks were not only unfounded, but had seriously harmed him. Careless and accusing The View of attempting to discredit his credibility and business endeavors, this lawsuit wasn't just about clearing his name, it was also about fighting back against a mainstream media that, in his opinion, distorts the truth and sows division. On the other side of the dispute, The View found itself in an awkward position as it attempted to defend the host's right to free speech, while also dealing with the serious legal ramifications of Musk's suit. The producers of the show came together in support of Whoopi, claiming that the remarks were protected by the First Amendment, but they couldn't ignore the mounting legal pressures. The media landscape was left wondering how this court clash could change how public personalities are portrayed in the media, and legal experts from all around the nation offered their opinions on the case's possible repercussions. While some supported Musk and agreed that the viewpoint had gone too far in criticizing him, others stood up for him. Whoopi asserted that her remarks were protected speech and a component of the show's contentious and dynamic format. However, the crucial question remained: could Musk, with his enormous riches and legal resources, defeat the powerful influence of one of the most significant daytime talk shows? As the case developed, it became evident that the delicate balance between media freedom and accountability was at issue, rather than merely defamation. Moose's legal team brought the weight of federal scrutiny to the case, arguing that Whoopi's accusations not only hurt his reputation, but also undermined public confidence in institutions and caused needless division in their opinion. They also pointed out that when powerful media figures make UNS-reported claims about public figures, it can have a lasting impact on how society views important political and commercial issues. However, Whoopi's defense of her remarks, in which she blamed her cat for tripping her up, did little to calm the storm. Instead, critics saw it as an attempt to avoid responsibility, which fueled the scandal even more. It appeared to be an attempt to belittle the matter rather than a genuine apology. As the legal dispute continued, The View's staff wanted a public apology, arguing that this response may undermine their defense and make it harder to claim that her remarks were merely opinions or satirical commentary. The pressure increased as other attorneys threatened to proceed with the lawsuit unless an acknowledgement of misconduct was made. What started out as a media dispute had turned into a significant legal dispute that brought up important issues regarding the moral obligations of media figures and their power to shape public opinion. The case turned into a focal point for conversations around media accountability and social media's growing influence on public opinion. The drama didn't end there either, as federal authorities became involved in the case after realizing that it may establish a precedent for how the media handles defamatory remarks, especially when those words concern well-known individuals. Many were stunned by Whoopi Goldberg's resignation from The View, which led to conjecture about ABC's decision to fire her. The official justification, however, pointed to the growing legal pressures. Some saw the network's decision to split from Whoopi as a reflection of the changing role of media accountability for The View, as the show was already criticized for its political bias and frequently contentious debates. Others thought it was a calculated move to protect the network's reputation following Musk's legal victory, suggesting that ABC wanted to distance itself from any further legal trouble. It brought attention to the real legal and reputational dangers of uncensored opinion. The incident may signal a change in the way media outlets respond to contentious remarks, particularly when they come from influential people. The distinction between opinion and legal accountability is becoming increasingly hazy due to the growth of social media and the constant scrutiny of prominent personalities. The departure of Whoopi and Musk's court victory have sparked discussions about the wider ramifications for the media environment. Some contend that Musk's legal victory highlights the necessity for media figures to be more circumspect in their remarks about public people. This case challenges the notion that media personalities are immune from the consequences of their words, especially when those words can have serious consequences for individuals in the public eye. The judgment may serve as a reminder that media, companies, and their hosts need to be more cautious about making unfounded claims that could harm a person's reputation. Others are concerned that this case could set a dangerous precedent for free speech. If media figures start self-censoring out of fear of lawsuits, it could stifle important debates and lead to a more cautious, less confrontational media environment. Talk shows, especially those like The View, thrive on strong opinions, debate, and sometimes biting satire. Ultimately, this case raises the crucial question of how to strike a balance between media accountability and the right to free speech. While it's important to hold media figures accountable for damaging or false statements, we also need to preserve spaces for open dialogue and discussion, even on contentious topics. The challenge is striking a balance between preserving the freedom to debate difficult subjects and protecting reputations. What do you think?
Who is in charge? Because I've been saying it for a while.
Yes, you have.
I've been saying that I think Elon Musk believes he's president. I do.
Well, you've been calling him vice president.
I've called him vice president.
Yeah.
I called him president because I don't know what JD is doing. I hardly ever. I don't remember last time we even talked about JD.
You're right. He's planning the presidency when they get rid of Trump.
So you think it's Musk? Musk Vance?
Possible.
Hey, you know who? Stay away from the stairways. Because, people put the leg out to trip you going down the stairs. Watch out.
One of the things I wanted to talk to you about, I wanted to play this, but we decided we shouldn't play it. We don't want anybody to have any sort of way to get it down. The episode of you when you were on The View, when you were running for president.
Right.
Donald Trump is a billionaire, a real estate mogul, and a television star. But does he really want to add President of the United States to his resume? A lot of people would like him to.
You got introduced as our friend Donald Trump.
Please, let's find out, and please welcome my friend, Donald Trump.
That's right.
Whoopi Goldberg gives you a big hug and a kiss. Joy Behar gives you a big hug. Barbara Walters gives you a big hug. They all loved you.
We're so happy to have you. Whenever you're on with us, we're very happy.
We love it.
They were talking about you in such a favorable light. The audience was cheering, and then you actually started winning in the polls, and then the machine started working towards you.
Joe Biden knows how to do this.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
He tends to just